Good morning and welcome to day 8 of Podmas. I hope you're enjoying it. I am. I think it's really good fun. So today I am incredibly hungover. Not incredibly hungover, but a bit hungover. So I apologise if I'm even more rambly and incoherent than usual. Anyway, so today I wanted to talk about jealousy because I wrote a post on jealousy. Well, I initially wrote it to my newsletter because I write all my oversharey stuff to them first, and sometimes only to them. If you want to sign up, the link's in the show notes. And then I got such a big reaction from it that I published it as a blog post. And then yesterday I was chatting to Monica Stott of the Travel Hack, friend of the show, and she mentioned it and she'd commented on the blog post and had said thank you because I feel so much better because I feel like this too. I feel jealous. And then she shared an Instagram of her looking absolutely divine, but saying all the things that she felt jealous of. And I was a little bit blown away really because I suppose you sort of forget that people as seemingly perfect as Monica feel jealous too. So I thought that I would share it on here a little bit and talk about the topic of jealousy because I'm pretty sure we all feel jealous from time to time, and I think it's a bit of a taboo to say, yeah, I'm 34 years old and I'm really, really jealous of my friend, or I'm jealous of everybody on Instagram, I'm jealous of XYZ. So some of the things, I'm going to be brave and share some of the things that I'm jealous of. I am always jealous of other bloggers and their beautiful websites and their amazing press trips or their awesome brand collaborations. I'm jealous of the people who seem to be bossing their freelance life and smashing their hustle. And I'm jealous of people who seem to be in demand, so people who are being asked to speak at conferences and people who are being invited to loads of events when I'm not. I'm jealous of those people. I am jealous of all other mums, which I think is pretty normal, but I've got better. But with motherhood, I think you're so vulnerable. Well, I'll go back actually, because I suppose with blogging, you're kind of vulnerable as well because like a lot of blogging, I think, is smoke and mirrors. And Monica even said it in our chat yesterday, which is for season 2, or I guess it's season 3 really of the podcast because this sort of counts as a season. So yeah, season 3 in the new year. Yeah, we're talking about how to make money and, how to kind of make a success of your blog. And Monica's really, really generous with her knowledge. And actually, I don't think that a lot of people are. And Monica made a really good point and said, I think people don't want to share. They kind of want to make you think that there's a shortcut to and a secret formula to success as a blogger because that kind of protects them a little bit. This is not verbatim. You'll have to listen to the episode. It'll be the first episode and it'll be like 1st of January. I think people want to make you think that it's smoke and mirrors, isn't it? It's all smoke and mirrors, and I think it really, really is in blogging. And I would really encourage anyone. Sorry, I'm yawning. I'm so bored of myself. I would really encourage any other bloggers out there who are feeling a bit crappy about their blog design, about their blog stats, about their social following, about what they're getting invited to and what they're not. If they're feeling like that horrible, horrible little green monster, because I do, and I sort of know that it's smoke and mirrors. I've worked on the agency side of things, and I know that it's smoke and mirrors. But even with that knowledge, I still fall into the trap, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Should I edit all of this out? Nah, I'm just going to leave it in. So, yeah, like if you're feeling a bit icky about your blog and you're feeling jealous, don't. Just take a step back and remember that that person that you're looking at and coveting their 10k, 20k Instagram following, or those beautiful pictures of their White Company Christmas and their hashtag ads and their hashtag spawns, just remember that it's all smoke and mirrors, and there's a reality behind that, and it might not be that far from your reality. So, excuse me, I'm just going to have a sip of coffee. It's not very nice to hear people drinking on a podcast. I don't really love it. I don't like the sound of it. I hate the sound of people eating. I don't know. Is that just me? I think it's got worse as I've got older as well. I'm a real grouch when it comes to that. Oh my God, I'm yawning again. Look, I'm a bit hungover. I'm 34 years old. I can't really cope with hangovers anymore. Luckily, I slept really, really well. So I digress. Anyway, might cut this whole chunk out. Back to motherhood. So I think when you enter the world of motherhood, basically when you're pregnant, because that's when you become a mother, you are privy to a whole new world of opinions and different ways of doing things and rules, and you can't do this and you should do this, and milestones and nonsense like that. And I very quickly eschewed all of that, and I didn't want to be part of it really. I didn't want to follow any rules. I wanted to go with my gut and listen to my intuition, and I've really tried to carry that on, and I pretty much have managed to block out all the rules. I haven't really read any books. Excusez-moi. But I'm only human, and about 6 weeks, I guess, on IS was 6 weeks, I went to a free baby massage course at the children's centre. So in the UK, we have these things called children's centres. They're normally attached to a local primary school, and they're great. They're there really to they offer loads of free things, and it's like almost like a community centre, and there'll be one near you. I think there's one everywhere. I've got quite a few near me, and they're great. They do loads and loads of things. So I did a 6-week baby massage course. I did a sleep training workshop. I think that's actually all I've done there. I did another one. It was called like Enjoy Your Baby. And that was more for the mum actually, rather than the child. It was really nice. Every week we got to do like mindfulness, and they had basically babysitters there so that we didn't have to be a mum for 2 hours. It was great. It was really good fun. And we had cake every week. Anyway, so early on when I did this 6-week course, 6 weeks into having a baby is a really funny time because you literally don't know what you're doing, and it's really, another yawn. It's really overwhelming, and you feel, you're still kind of leaking from every orifice. That sounds terrible. I can't believe I dropped orifice on the podcast. And I was obsessed with the fact that my stomach, which has always been relatively flat, although I never thought it was still so big. I felt like I'd lost weight in so many other places, like I'd lost so much swelling. My stomach was so huge, and it was during that heat wave when it was like hotter than the sun. And so I really couldn't hide in baggy layers. I think I put like a big sack dress on, but also, I had to breastfeed, so everything had to be breastfeeding friendly and and I was just looking at every other mum in the group and looking at their stomachs, and some of them seemed completely flat. I was like, how have they done this? And they were wearing tight clothes and so that was something I became jealous of. Isn't that ridiculous? And then I realised that I think a couple of people on Instagram were saying to me, I'm so jealous of your, your baby is so chill. She's like, she never like causes you any problems, but in a nice way. They weren't saying, God, I'm so jealous of you. And I realised I don't portray at the times when she's screaming. Like on Monday night, I tried to get her to sleep for, it was ages. It was like a couple of hours, I think, because she was teething. So really, I wasn't even trying to get her to sleep. I was just cuddling her for 2 hours while she screamed. And I couldn't do anything. I couldn't breastfeed her. Well, I'm not really breastfeeding anymore, but occasionally I do because she wants the boob for comfort, basically. She just couldn't cope. She was in so much pain. And it took basically waiting for her to fall asleep from exhaustion before we could go to sleep, and we were knackered, and then she was waking up every few hours. So I don't necessarily talk about that. In fact, I do talk about that on Instagram, but I won't. I'm not going to document her screaming. I'm not going to film it and then upload it to Instagram stories so that you can all see it. But I suppose the only time that I do show her, she's smiling or she's happy, and that's not real. So I guess what I'm trying to say is what I say in the post, which you can see on my website. I'll link to it below. Don't compare other people's highlight reels to your real life, to your uncut real life. And that came from, I think it was Kathleen that said it in an episode of Being Boss. And I keep reminding myself, don't compare another person's highlight reel to your real life. That's it. I'll see you tomorrow.